So I wanted to say hi to Chon and Bleace. They're in the gallery with me right now. How are you guys doing? What are you looking at right now?
Yes, hi CC. Actually, I just want to tell you guys that the entry point for of NFT NYC is actually the lobby. And if you start the lobby, you see why I've done it this way rather than level one. So that all the levels are basically the same. So if you start in the lobby, you see all the portals in giant globes. So you can use them to just transport to every level, any levels you want. So to get to the lobby where you guys are, I think would be right in the middle of the gallery. You look up, you see the lobby's portal. I'm waiting in the lobby for you guys.
Oh, super cool. All right, we'll hop over there. Let's see.
Yeah, and thank you, Chon, for doing this and for featuring one of these pieces and just doing this for all these artists. What, 6 levels now of art? That's quite an accomplishment.
7 levels if you include the lobby, because the lobby would be where we would be doing all the artist spotlights shows. There will be one happening on the 20th of July with a spatial. Well, that's what Gia from Spatial said anyway, and so I've set up a meeting, call out, and 25 people booked for it. I think CC is one of them, but so far I've not heard back from them about the Twitter space itself. So if I don't hear back, I may have to start it myself. So, okay. I see some of you have dropped into the lobby right now. Hi, everybody. And yeah, do you see why it is this way? And what else was there? Yeah, this would be where we'll be doing all the special exhibitions and stuff, and pick from all this artists from the different levels. Right now, there's a new level being built for still life photography and paintings, because I feel that this whole genre is missing from this gallery right now, and I'm looking for those artists. This, if you know anybody like that, please shout out to them and let them know. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Chon. It's beautiful. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then Bleace. Yeah.
Did you say still life photography? Sorry, I missed
Uh,
what you said.
yes,
What are you
still
looking
life
for?
photography and paintings, because that particular.
Okay. I have someone. I have somebody, well, still life. That's like objects and stuff, right?
Yeah, but
What about like nature photography?
nature, not so much because we had that on another level already. But you know, the interpretation can be quite wide, so it doesn't have to be tabletop still life. It can be a room that's been intervened. It could be. There's one photographer I've been trying to bring in, but he felt that his work this couldn't fit in, and he uses the whole environment, his urban environment, as his canvas for still life photography. So when I bring him in, he's working. You see what I mean? It's a bit hard to explain, except that he's like shooting architecture, except he turns it into art. Well, okay, now a few more people has come
So,
here to the lobby. Hi, everybody.
so I do have a question for you, Chon. How has this project grown? Because it was just a cheeky little gallery, and now it's a full-blown project. How is it with your time management and the creatives that you've been meeting? I know you have like a goal to kind of highlight and bring to the forefront artists who have difficulty in the metaverse. Could you speak to that just a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Gia just dropped into the. Okay, let me see if I can turn on mics for both. Hi, Gia. We are talking in Twitter Spaces at High CC's Metaverse Events and Gallery Crawl. I think it's called Metaverse Monday, episode 10. So we are talking there, and it's a bit strange talking in both programs right now. So hold on, I'm going to mute on spatial so I can answer something there. Okay. CC, yes, okay. Okay, wait, let me just turn on. Okay, so CC, to answer you, I found out that a lot of artists couldn't actually do spatial, or couldn't even do spaces. Never mind spatial, because a lot of people live in regions that do not have steady enough electricity supply. So without that, they can't charge their phones, or they can't even turn on the computers if they have a computer. Or if they live in regions with stable electrical supply, they cannot get into spatial because the devices are too old, or too weak, or they are too poor to afford internet connection that's good enough. Like right now, I'm talking with an artist from India. He's got stuff up already, but he heard about this call for still life photography, and he wanted to come in, but he just couldn't get into spaces. I don't think he's here. Sometimes he's able to, but I don't see him right here. Okay, he couldn't get into spatial except when he's got his still has data left in his account to use. And right now he can't even send me the pictures that he wanted to try to put up. So yeah, we have a very mixed up world right now like that. So okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna. Oh, I've muted the spatial sound. Sorry, Gia. Okay, I'm talking on spatial spaces, so this is kind of strange for me.
I know I'm in spatial as well. I had to mute my tab because I was getting echo from you.
Yeah,
So
okay. I'm gonna.
yeah, if anyone wants to talk to me, they're gonna have to talk to Twitter Spaces. But yeah, if you're in the space, you want to jump up and be a speaker. I also wanted to ask Bleace and Jojo, you guys have events or environments coming up that you're going to be doing stuff with. So I'd love for you guys to speak to that, especially you, Jojo, because I think this will be your premiere event in spatial.
So we have got an event that is potentially coming up, which is going to be a spoken word event. It's somebody that I'm talking to that I've been connecting with over the past few months. So that's quite exciting. I think Dave's actually going to be speaking as well at that, doing one of his poems.
That is really cool. And how is the gallery coming along? Do you have enough art? Are you still looking for artists? It's a beautiful space if you guys haven't visited it. I think I'm going to pin it to the top here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, there is still some spaces left. We filled it up with some gorgeous photography, some people that Treeple connected me with, some fabulous artists. We've also got NFT projects up there as well, like the PFP project. So it's kind of like a nice mix, trying to put some spatial galleries along the outer wall as well, so people can jump in and out of different people's spatials, just trying to open it up so that everybody can have a look at everybody's work, really. But it's coming along. It is a beautiful space, really is.
Yeah, when movie night though? That's the real question.
We need to pick a movie first.
Right.
Oh, we're doing Fifth Element, Jojo. That's what we're doing. Fifth
Yeah, there's only
Element.
one option, Jojo. It's The Fifth Element.
Oh, sorry, can't do that. Haven't got it.
Yeah, we're only kidding.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Jojo. Sorry to cut in. We should partner up, and because I'm also linking with a few other galleries together with Daisy Chaining, so that we have like a huge super gallery where everyone can jump back and forth between each other's ones, so that it becomes like a real 3D internet thing going on.
Yeah, cool, absolutely. We can put.
Choan, you have is that how you say it, Choan? Is that right?
Yeah, yes, that's kind of yes.
You have a lot of views on your space. It's impressive how many you have. And what I've noticed is because I'm often working and then I have like spatial open, but you're often in there. And I think that contributes to the fact that you have a lot of people visiting your space. So I see I see your dedication, and that's you know, to be appreciated.
Thanks, Dreamers. I am not exactly there all the time because there are 7 levels. So I run between all the different levels to edit, to audit, and to curate and move stuff around because I'm trying to get the displays to be a bit more cohesive, a bit to have a nicer narrative. So, for example, level 6 is mostly AI art or mathematically derived artwork. Some of them are not, but they become a nice mix. And then level 2 is kind of like mental health, mental well-being. So I try to group stuff together like that. And then there's one level where it's a strange mix between beauty and war. So, you have oppression 1984 against facing an eyeball, a drawing of an eyeball. And then you have one side is protest, fire burning. Then you have beautiful pictures of nature. And then on the other end, you have basically a dedication to the beauty of a human form. So it's a bit of a weird mixed level, but it's quite beautiful in a way. So yeah, I'm just trying to make everything go well together. And for example, level 1 is where we start off with, and it had a lot of gaps because one of the early exhibitors actually put stuff in that he owned, but he didn't inform the artists or the projects, and then he modified them with inflammatory tweets. He just put it over the like a BAYC related work. I completely missed it because somebody else dropped dick pics into it, and I was cleaning those up. And for about 2 weeks, I didn't see it. So yeah, cleaning up. The guy said he got a bit pissed off. He basically said, "Okay, I'm not going to exhibit anymore." Then he said, "Okay, I am. I'm just joking." So I contacted all the artists again. And then when I done that, I lost a lot of sleep over a few days. And then I said, "No, I'm pulling everything out." So we get people like that. So that's why now slowly redoing level 1, and I think I just finished doing level 1 again. But it's mostly about one side is PFP and the other side is fine art, mostly of abstract art. So yeah, you guys could actually spend hours here looking through the stuff. Wait, I'm hearing echoes. Okay, I think I better stop talking.
Very cool.
That's incredible.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
And then, Bleace, I think you have a little gallery crawl yourself coming up. If there's anything you want to post or you want to talk about it a little bit, that would be awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm putting together an event. I've onboarded quite a few artists to Spatial, and we've got a pretty solid group together now. And I've helped them, build out their galleries and whatever questions they had. And so, yeah, doing a little event, and for scheduling purposes, had to do it Thursday. And so how scheduling it out is like we're going to spend about 30 minutes in each gallery and just go from one gallery to the next and just talk about the artist and just get anyone involved. And then we're doing our usual meta party space on Friday. And so anyone that maybe have joined and may want to show their gallery can show it there. Yeah, we like to go to different metaverses, but we really like spatial, and like as a group have kind of chosen that, and like how we can all benefit each other by putting these portals in and going from one to the next. I think is a really beautiful thing. So yeah, we're doing that, and yeah, just on Friday we're doing that. And we had to do it on Thursday for scheduling purposes, but so we're gonna check out Dope Stilo as well. So shout out Dope Stilo. We're gonna be hitting that event, and yeah. So thanks, and
Awesome. I look forward to that. Just spend all day in the metaverse. That's going to be my life soon. So I'm excited about that. Oh, I want to say hello to Cynthia. Just popped in. Of course, Vivi. We're so happy you're here. if anybody wants to pop up, if they have any questions or you want to join us in the lobby of Off NFT NYC, maybe we can get Chon to show us around a little bit to some of her pieces that she feels strongly about. I'd love that. But yeah, request up if you've got any questions or you have an event you'd like to share with us in the meta.
Yeah, Green Bay, I know you're always working on stuff too. If you want to come up and talk about anything that you're working on, I know you've got a gallery that you're putting together. And I think too, he's got, like he started a website schedule or calendar or something along those lines. I haven't actually even looked into it myself because I've been on the hiatus, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to like collect up all the events and things that are going on and try to put them in one calendar so then people could find it and access it, add their own events.
No, yeah, his website's cool. It's got sections where you can click on like the artists, and then it has links and stuff to their spaces. So it's cool. He's kind of doing what Spatial should be doing, I think, is like having sort of like profiles for people and where their spaces are located.
Yeah, like I was thinking about that too, where like previously I've built a directory site before for like contractors that I work with, so then they could have their own directory site. And I was thinking it'd be pretty cool now to be able to do that with the metaverse now, you know, and maybe instead of having a map, because there's a map on it, so you could see like where location you want to find a contractor in or whatever. Instead of having a traditional map, maybe it's like some weird abstract map that has like different metaverses like Spatial or Decentraland or what have you, instead of like countries and states and provinces, you know. But I don't really like bother getting into that because one, it's a pretty big project, and two, I know that as soon as I would do it, then like Spatial would have it all done and it would be ready, and I would just like, it would just suck. So I didn't bother. I'm like, I'll just wait for them. It's not like they take forever for stuff, you know, like they put out updates faster than you can even handle them. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
it'll be more, you know?
probably already have it done. Like Tyrone always says, like they'll get this stuff done, but then they want to kind of build like marketing around it. So I think the rollout of the likes and views today is just the first step of that like social aspect to Spatial. That's really going to make it. I think it's going to increase the time we spend in there, which is great, and for users to be able to find each other more easily, and the profiles and things like that. Discovery. They talk about it as being discovery. So I think so. Like I kind of saw it in. She's down there listening right now, but Raina, she purchased one of my spaces and was setting it up, and like she sent me a screenshot and I kind of saw it like on hers. So I don't know if they've slowly started rolling it out on the app. But you'll have kind of like when you're in your room, you'll be able to set yourself to be like discoverable or do not disturb mode, kind of like Discord. And what I see that being is like if you're on discoverable mode, then if your friends start jumping in, then people will see that you guys are there and more people will start joining in, right? So it's kind of like you're not limited to the Spatial putting you on the Explore tab anymore. Your space will start to show up there based on how many people are in there, as long as you've got it set to public.
Which I think is going to be amazing. It'll be easier to find your friends or find the party or whatever it is that you're looking for on the Explorer
No
tab.
more
So,
FOMO, right? No more FOMO. You'll
yeah,
always be able to be there.
exactly. It'll be so fun. I'm really looking forward to the socials, and I'm wondering how Twitter is going to like be a part. Like, are we just going to completely like say goodbye to Twitter and just be in Spatial all the time? Like, I don't see that happening, because we need to onboard more people into the metaverse. But I'm kind of curious to see how things progress for sure.
It may, yeah, it may be a slow transitionary process. Like for me personally, like I don't really use Instagram anymore, so you kind of saw in the NFT space and artist space, like they sort of transitioned over to Twitter and saw the benefits there. So I'm sure it'll be the same unless Twitter is secretly working on a metaverse project, which I doubt. I mean, they can't even get spaces to run properly, so I doubt they could create a metaverse.
And that is when Metaverse Monday rugged.
Well,
Right,
on their defense,
right.
it's been
They
working pretty
heard
good
the
lately.
algorithm heard me and then rugged it.
All right. So, Joan, I was wondering, what level would you recommend I hop into? I want to see some art. I know they're all wonderful, but give me a level.
Yeah, so, no, actually, I just wanted to say to add to whether we'll be doing spaces or purely in spatial. I think, right, we would still be doing spaces because spatial itself can't handle more than 50 in the same room at one time. So there is that limitation right there. But nevertheless, it's a great meeting space for an office. So, or your group of friends. I mean, if you have 50 friends at one go to come do a gallery together, that is something amazing anyway. So yeah, okay. To answer you right now, let me think. I'm trying to remember who the artists are who couldn't get stuff on. It could be level 2 or 3. Let's jump to level 3 first, shall we? Let's go level 3. I'm standing. Oh wait, are you guys? Wait, I'm confused now because we have audio capabilities in two different. Okay, I have to switch on the audio. Okay, guys who are just listening in spatial, we are going to level 3 right now. Level 3 is right here. You have to click on the big ball, the globe to get there. I'm going there now. So yeah, there you go, CC. It's a bit weird.
For sure. So I'll go ahead and post the link to level 3 in the Jumbotron if you guys want to jump in and take a look. There's some pretty intensely beautiful art here. Yeah.
Okay, yes, I think yes, it's the right level. There you go. We have that big piece about Ukraine next to your flowers and landscape, AI landscapes. And then you have next to you as well on the other side is a charity project to raise funds for hero rats. Hero rats, they're real, they are trained to sniff out disease and landmines. And the project raises money for their welfare. I mean, I didn't believe that the guy when he told me that he wanted to put this up. So I visited the project. I clicked on the link and I went to that website that was APOPO that was raising funds and doing stuff like that. So it got pretty weird, and I read up, and yes, they finished clearing mines in some countries already, and I can't remember where they're doing it right now, but they still need money and stuff. So yeah, then we have a lot of artists, photographers from India who takes really wonderful photographs, but try as they may, they just couldn't get into spatial at all. So I helped them to put the stuff up. One guy actually did come in, but he rocked out and he never was able to come back again. So yeah, we have a lot of cases like that throughout all the different levels. But this one I think is easy to access as well because it's photographs. They're pretty to look at, and yeah. So okay, you guys, if you would follow the female avatar of the weird haircut right in the middle here, I'll show you to some artists who's
And if you're in the room, go ahead and hit that beautiful little heart at the top right. Give this room a little love. Maybe it'll boost it up
Oh, that's what it's for. Is that
on the Explorer
new?
tab.
That's new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple reminded me that it was there. Yes, we got 5 likes. Whee! Thank you,
Hey, I
guys.
didn't know this thing existed. And my avatar just can't stop walking in circles now. But okay, where all paintings are the end. Okay, I think okay. Right now I know that this room is at the limit. There's too much stuff. Okay. Okay. Anyway, there is okay. I'm gonna go walk in front of this one by this guy called Drug Music. He's actually very active on Twitter Spaces, but he just couldn't do spatial at all, and sometimes he can't even do spaces. But he used to host and did a very nice program, but he can't do it anymore because his region now doesn't have electricity on all day. So he's got a few hours every day to charge his phones and turn on his computer and do some work. But that's about it. And that's he's from somewhere in Kenya, Nairobi or near Nairobi. I can't remember. But his work is mostly music with a mandala style artwork tag to it. And yeah, it's called Drop Music. You can look for him. Yeah, he's pretty hardworking whenever he gets to get online nowadays. So that's one. And then next to him, you get someone called Dr. Wu. He's quite an OG in the art world, I think, because his work is pretty nice. And then I get, I can't remember who this is. I think his name is, okay, I forgot her name. Sorry, this purple one. She also couldn't get onto spatial. Okay, then the one next to it is a girl from Thailand, SKZ, and she actually organized her own little tour to this gallery, and I think she got the Thai community to come in to do it, so it was pretty cool. And I can't remember who else is who's. Yeah, so a lot of ladies here, except for this two right here. It's one is by a Malaysian artist. It's pretty good, pretty famous in Malaysia. He's got no problem with internet and all. His name is Sanuri. This middle one is he was trying to sell an art piece for the longest time, and when he put it here, it got sold like a day after he put it up. So it really helped. And then next to him is a guy from Ethiopia. His name is Minas. It's pretty interesting. Some of you might have seen this before, and I thought it was a real mosaic, but it's actually paper that's cut up from magazines and from posters and from whatever you can find to make this mosaic. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Okay, there's a lot, so you can see. Okay, there's another one here by I think he's Nigerian. He couldn't get in spatial as well. He tried a lot of times. He couldn't do it. His name is Samuel Daniel, I think. He's doing a project where he started since the start of the pandemic lockdowns, which is he draws one piece of artwork in this style every day. So he's got, I don't know, hundreds of drawings right now because it's been 2 over years. And so I just went to his collection. I picked this one up because I realized that the gallery has a lot of idealized drawings of idealized female forms from Europe, European bodies or even Asian bodies, but nothing from Africa. So this was quite perfect. So I just put it up here uh, to contrast with.
Tone, this is absolutely beautiful. And is there a link to this
Yeah, you did.
artist's, you said
Yeah, I
collection?
think.
So I didn't see a link to their OpenSea or their
Oh no.
marketplace. This is
Oh my goodness. Okay, I
gorgeous.
have to.
I'm gonna snipe
Okay,
it.
I'll have to update it after the show because I think I made a mistake by not pasting his collection on. Oh no, I could look for him and ask him for it.
No worries. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. No, I didn't mean to stress you out, but it's gorgeous, you guys. The hips on this, I mean, oh, I'm in love. Like,
Yeah,
straight
because
up. If you buy it, I will murder you.
I think you'll be very happy to hear about it. He runs a Twitter space for the Nigerian, actually Pan-African community as well. Wait, is it him or someone else? Oh no, there's another African guy, Kenny Dudu. He runs a Pan-African space for artists. He's got his work at the other end. He's a photographer, and he also couldn't get on the spatial. So I don't know what's going on, because I am sure if they can run do OpenSea, they should be able to do it. But I waited for them here. They tried and tried and tried. They just couldn't do it. So yeah, something not right. So it's something that we have to be aware about, because we are all quite privileged that we have time to actually do this and to get onto the metaverse at the same time. This probably means that we are running two screens of like me, I have an Android emulator on my computer, so I run that on one screen and spatial on another. Or it could mean that some of you have a computer in front of you running spatial and your phone running spaces. So we are really, really privileged bunch. Not everyone can do this, and it's something I realized when I was doing this gallery.
Yep, digital inequity is rampant. Even in first world countries like the United States, digital inequity in rural areas is a huge problem. And so that's one of my passions in life is writing legislation and advocating for basically, internet to be a basic human right or a utility. Um, it's so important. And so that's why I like to press Spatial on what they're doing to help further the cause. So sorry, Spatial. Yeah, I'd like to welcome our new friends to the room. If you're interested in jumping into Spatial, we are looking at some really beautiful art from some artists who are in the NFT space but are having difficulty jumping into the metaverse. And Chon has so kindly given her time and her effort to help these artists be more present in the Web3 world and in our space. And I am blown away. Like there's already like 10 pieces that I want to purchase. So I did pin the link to where we're at right now to the top. So if you'd like to jump in.
And Chon, like I reached out to you and said I was going to put a video together. If you want to do a video for these artists that can't make it into the metaverse and we can show them, that people are viewing it and stuff, just let me know and I can clip that and especially, edit that for them if you want to send it to them.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Like, okay, right now, my avatar is standing in front of a piece by Vulcan. He calls himself Vulcan. I can't remember his real name, but he's had problems with Twitter as well. Somehow he got his Twitter banned twice, I think, if I remember correctly, and now it might be on his third account. His artwork is not bad, and he also can't get into spatial. He tried. I don't think his device is too old, but I think it's something to do with internet connection. So, try as we might to talk about digital equity and all that. I think when it comes down to it, the reality is the facilities, the infrastructure just isn't there for everybody around the world. So it still would be years before we reach that ideal.
I
Yeah,
completely
totally.
agree.
That
Yeah,
was I did I used to do what you're doing, Joan, when I was building at Mona and the Monaverse, and I had a couple art galleries that they were almost all from different parts of Africa, and most of them could not join the Monaverse because it's a really heavy metaverse. It only runs on like powerful desktop computers. So I would create videos of their work and like little walkthrough videos and then send that to them. And they were super, super stoked on that. So definitely get with Bleace,
Bleace, yep.
Bleace. And do that because I think they'll just love you for it. That's really huge. If they're struggling to get in, they want to see that they're being seen.
It really warms my heart that you all are just so receptive to the fact that we are so privileged. I love you guys so much. And I
And
would
I'm
like
there
to.
with you, ICC. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worries. I just wanted to welcome Vivi to the stage, the Vault Master. That's such a cute name. I'm into it. Yeah, how are you doing today? Oh, maybe Vivi's still connecting or has can't speak right now, but yeah. Bleace, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just I know that they were trying to pass that of like getting broadband to more people, and like I'm a big advocate for that too, so I'm glad that you said that. And I'm working with this Free Arts NYC program, and what I'm trying to help with them is like virtual classrooms and virtual learning. And one of the main things that we talk about and what they offer is internet, and that's in New York City. It's like people don't have that regular access to internet, that they have to come to another place to get access. And yeah, I'm just a very big proponent of that. And I like that you brought that up of these metaverse platforms to use their funding for that, because it only is going to help their cause too and help others. So I really like that, and I hope that these metaverses do take that initiative.
I think if we raise our voice together and bring it to their attention a little more frequently and more often, we may get some traction and some movement into getting them to commit like a percentage of their profits or something like that in order to expand digital equality for all. That is my dream and my goal, um, but I would need all of you to to make it come true for sure. Vivi, did you want to say hello and chat with us a little bit?
Hi, Vivi, are you here? Okay, I'm just going to continue with the art tour at level 3. Okay, my avatar is now standing in front of Kenny Dudu's artwork. It's got Trap. He's written a whole bunch of words on it. I don't know whether he's doing this to raise funds for charity for children in Africa. I think it's something to do with. I'm not sure. I didn't quite ask him. Let's see. This is what we do to a child when we try to shape them into what they're not. Okay, it's just a bunch of. It sounds like mission statement for his work. So I'm not sure. Yeah, this is for children. It seems. But yeah, he couldn't get in a spatial as well. He tried. I think he tried this, or maybe he did come in once, then he couldn't come back in again. I can't remember. Anyway, that's his work right there. He's the guy who is running right now. I think it's a pretty popular Pan-African Twitter show, Twitter Spaces show that runs in from morning in European and African time for I don't know how many hours. I've been to it once or twice, but just listen to what they have. Okay, I'm gonna move on to another one. So this, if you see, okay, I'm standing in front of this really gorgeous black and white photo, very low key. It's a lot of gray tone of a bay with a lot of seagulls. This guy, I can't remember his name, but I remember him trying to come in here and he couldn't do it as well. Okay, his name is Arun Kumar. Arun Kumar Nani Mela. Okay, the name is a bit long for me to pronounce. Okay, this guy's from India, and so is the artwork. Both artworks next to his, they're from India as well. I think only one of them in this group could do spatial. I can't remember which one. I think it's yeah, Anil. Anil is a very popular personality from in Twitter Spaces. He runs a Twitter Space with Tiba. So this guy doesn't have any problems with the internet, with doing spatial. He's a commercial photographer based in Balikpapan in Indonesia, the Borneo Island of Indonesia. So he's no problem with that. So that's his work. Okay, so but I want to talk about people who couldn't do spatial. I think this guy couldn't do spatial. He's Prashant. Yes, Prashant couldn't do it. So it's a picture of I can't remember, it's a mayfly or dragonfly. I can't remember, but he
It looks like a dragonfly
with
almost. It's incredible, you guys.
golden. Yeah, it's called
It's,
gold
yeah.
dragonfly. So yeah, that's it. And then we have can't remember what this guy's name is. Also from India, he couldn't get into spatial as well. So yeah, there you go. Basically I told them, come in, have a look, take a picture of your avatar and screenshot it and share it, tweet it. They couldn't do it. So they just took whatever I screenshotted for them and they used that instead. And yeah, so right now what I'm trying to do is to mix more people who can do spatial with people who can, so that there'll be more visitors to these levels. It was a lesson learned. So I think there has been very few visitors to levels with mostly people who couldn't do spatial. So I'm trying to avoid that these days. Okay, I talk too much.
No, it's so beautiful. I'm really enjoying the curation of the space as well. So if you don't know, Chon invited all artists. It was an all artist open call to come into the gallery and put up their work. And and then because Chon is artistic and has that artistic eye, she needed to cure or they needed to curate the space. And so taking hundreds of artists' work and then reworking it in the space to create a cohesive storyline, color palette, complementary is a huge feat, not just for one artist, but for like hundreds of artists.
Um,
I am so impressed with this feat.
okay, at last count is 260. There were more, but because it was trolled by that guy I talked about earlier, so a lot of it got removed. So now there are 260.
Like I said, hundreds.
Not
You
100.
are you are incredible. You said 260
Yeah,
or
two
160?
260.
Sorry.
And looking probably to have
Yeah.
about 40 more for the new level. That's for still life photography and paintings. So if any of you here are doing still life in any shape or form, please contact me.
I sent you someone that does photography. Um, I may be a little biased, but colorful designs.
Thank you.
I too second colorful. She is amazing.
And Triple, I just want to shout you out for doing all those giveaways. I see Shark down there. He won one, and it couldn't have gone to a better person. I'm so stoked to see what he does with it. I know he's got some plans and working on some things, so shout him
Yeah,
out
and
for being down there.
he participated in just about every giveaway I think I did, and he finally won one. So, and it was the perfect one for him because the other ones weren't music venues. So that was fun doing those, and just so stoked to see people, start using my spaces. And um, the theater one was fun too. We've got this. One of them went to this guy who's just creating this amazing film where they film it, like a normal film, and then there's actors and scenes and environments and stuff, and then they do AI overlay over top of the actors and parts of the scene. So it looks really interesting, and can't wait to see the full film.
That sounds incredible. Yeah, that does sound like a lot of fun. It seems like your environments have found the perfect homes. So your Twitter picker is on point, I guess. Um, Chone, did you want to go to another
Um,
level and explore another level? I'd love
yeah. No, just
to.
sort of remembered the artist name, the one I'm standing in front of, the one I said I couldn't remember her name. It's I think this is Dinah Lazarin. I'm not sure where she's from, but she also couldn't get into spatial, and she's not from Africa. So I remember she could either be from South America or from somewhere in Europe. So even these places have trouble. with spatial and spaces as well. If I remember correctly, she also couldn't do spaces. I don't know why. Okay, I couldn't do spaces on my phone, so I am also one of the problematic ones. I could do it on my computer right now, but if you ask me to on the phone, it just crash and burn and kick me in the shins and all that. Okay, yeah. What do you want to? What kind of artwork do you want to look at? There are a lot of choices. Let's see. Let's see.
Level
Okay,
6.
let's go level
Level
6.
6.
Level 6. You look up, and where I'm standing here. If you look up, you see level 6. Are you guys going to level 6 yet? Okay. Even you guys in spatial, if you come with us with level 6, let's go there. It's AI art, mathematically derived art, Photoshop art that has some sort of AI, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm going there now. I think CC, your avatar is still down here. I'm going to level 6 now.
Oh yeah, I got an error message, so I'm reloading. Oh, here I am. I'll post it to the top, the link if you guys want to jump in.
This is a pretty interesting one. Okay, I have to reload because the it didn't load for me. Okay, it didn't load for me. I'll be right back in a few in a jiffy. Hold on. Do people still say that back in a jiffy? Am I just old-fashioned?
Yeah, dorks like me say that all the time.
Hi, dork. Former fellow dork.
No, back in a jiffy. The Yeah, it's so cool. Speaking of internet stuff, did you guys ever hear of that Google project where they were launching like weather balloons in rural areas to bring them high-speed internet connection?
In the States, that's very interesting. Um,
No, not in the States. They're I think they were mostly based in Africa and stuff when they were testing it, but I'm not sure if like the project actually finished or if they actually like went through with it all or if it was just a marketing stunt because I haven't heard anything in years, but they were working on it a while back.
well, over the years, Google has got a track record of starting something, building it up, and then abandoning them. No
Right.
surprise there. Okay, guys, welcome to level 6. I think a lot of these art pieces here are quite self-explanatory because honestly, some of them I am not able to explain on behalf of the artist. Like, okay, for example, the one at the entry spawning point, right? This one I'm standing in front of is by a Brazilian, I'll call him a scientist more than an artist. He uses the name Nardax, and he's got a whole collection of stuff like this. I mean, we won't be able to enjoy and appreciate what it is at this scale. You have to go to his OpenSea and view it at 100% to see what all these individual cubes are or the squares. I don't really know as well, but he explained to me and then showed me a small snippet of one of them. And I was like, wow, okay, this is I don't even know what to say. I know I was speechless. So it's maths, and they intervened it to turn it into art. So that's that one. Yeah, I picked this one from his gallery, from his OpenSea because it's numbered 42. And you dorks and nerds will probably know why. So Triple Dreamers, why do you think I picked this one? Number 42.
Can't see it. I actually was trying to do too many things on my computer at the same time. Paint me a word picture.
Okay. No, never mind. It's 42 is that reference from. Oh wait, let me turn on the on spatial. So okay, I picked this one from Nardex. It's number 42 from his collection because 42 is from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Arthur Adams, and it's the reference to the ultimate question. So that's the whole key.
Right, right. I remember now.
Yeah, so
Get out your calculator, CC. We're diving deep.
yeah.
Oh no, I love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's one of my favorite movies. It's on my top 10 for sure.
We should read the book. It's even better. Or the old TV series, or the original radio series by the BBC. That's where it started. It's very charming. Yes, I'm giving away my age. Okay. Uh, okay. I don't know what else to look at. Okay. Okay. Right. This one here. I can't remember the artist. I just saw it on. I was diving into different AI works, and I saw this guy's one where he was basically doing maths and graphs and glitches, and he turned it into very random things. And this is one of them, you know. And you have to click on the info to find out what's his name because I forgot. Okay, he uses the name Beard Coded, and that's all I can tell you. And he calls this one a face or head or something. And a lot of it are pretty much like gibberish. First, I wanted to pick something that looked like a ball of lines, but I picked this one because it went well with the other piece next to it, which I can't remember the artist as well. I'm sorry, there's too many of them. Okay. Okay, now finally, someone who can sometimes get into spatial and sometimes can't. This is by Kunal, and he is, I can't remember what he is. I think he's a fashion illustrator or something like that, or fashionista. It's definitely a fashionista because he gives me facial care tips. You know, I can't believe it, but he does. Okay, so he's got this pink ball looking thing. He's a multimedia artist, so he's got a lot more than AI stuff. And so if you look around, you see a lot of different work that's derived this way. And oh wait, there's one more here by a girl called Katie Peterson, Katie something I can't remember. Uses the name Gucciano.
Oh, Ira, you're gonna love this one. Sorry, this is
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she calls it
Chon?
cyborg sex and cyborg
That's
something.
that that is John. That's her portrait.
Yeah, she can't get a spatial either, and I think she is from the States. So what do you know? So even, you're right. So even people from the first world can't do spatial. Or she could do spaces, but that's how I got to know her. But yeah. So you visit her.
Don't forget to hit that heart at the top right,
Yeah,
guys. Let's give this room a little love.
oh, you get explosion of hearts. So yeah. I'm just trying to show you people whose arts are. Okay, who else couldn't? I'm trying to remember who else couldn't get no spatial.
Well, while you're remembering, I wanted to welcome Vivi to the stage. I
Oh,
think they're ready to chat with us.
okay. I think I'm logging off Twitter right now to restart it. Okay. Yeah. Against the oppressive male patriarchy in her world, in her part of the world, and everywhere else. And she represents what women should be. You know, not just as toys of men, not just as display items. And so her work is, she's pretty famous. She's pretty famous. She's been on BBC Hard Talk some years back. And I think she's been on newspapers. Her real world exhibitions get torn down by the authorities in her country, you know. And so what I remember is she's keeping a bit low profile now, as but she's probably making use of the metaverse to showcase her work. So what she's putting up is from her series called Camels, I think, because it's something to do with representing marriage. Because you know, women are kind of like bartered, right? Exchange for how many camels for your daughter and stuff like that, and about female fertility as represented by the pomegranate and you know, things like that. So if you look at this wall, this all the paintings all around it, it's kind of like it's about stuff like that. So next to hers is something from a real life doctor from Malaysia. She used the name Social Realm NFT. She's also all about mental health care, and she runs a blog about that. And I think her real life specialty is probably in that as well. And then we have some thing by this girl called Dinah. She's from Iran, and she sings really well. Voice of an angel, of a goddess. But when she talks, she sounds she sounds pretty rough. So she's nothing like a singing voice. And then next to her, if you guys are following me, okay, I'm standing next to another one by Mojdeh Shams, also from Iran, I think. She's also about the female psyche. And then we have, uh, I don't know what her real name is because she's never doxed herself. She calls herself Exy Queen, and she's like the top ambassador for the Exy gaming community, and she does a lot of charity work in the Philippines without ever doxing herself because you know what she said? I don't have to dox myself. This is not about me. This is not about my ego. It's about just helping people. There's no need to dox myself. And I am so impressed by that. You know, so she's a bit of a hero for me. And okay, and this one, I think some of you who joins a lot of Twitter spaces would know who she is. Star Factor, I think that's the name she uses. So her work's about that because of things that's happened in her life. And then this one, she's one of my favorite artists. I'm Malaysian as well. She is, her name is Fatin, and her work is a lot of it is about this, you know, about self-exploration, because she's a single mother, and yeah, so stuff like that. And then we have Diana Novak. She just does very funny cartoons she calls architecture because she's an architect. And then we have a more male wall over here with many male artists. As you can see, you know, it's a lot of things about mental health being. And right now I'm standing in front of someone who's really doing a lot of work to help everyone on the Web3, on Twitter Spaces. His name is Dr. Jay Tour. He's a medical professional in the mental health field. He's a psychiatrist in a government hospital in Malaysia, and basically opens his spaces for anyone, you know, and anyone at all from anywhere in the world he will help. At one time, he did a space with Lily Nicole, and he got I don't know, hundreds of people coming in. You know, even very famous artists and personalities came in, and he basically had to cancel his plans that evening because he didn't expect to have such a big blow up. So yeah, that there he is. So look out for him on Twitter Spaces. You know, if you can look through his artwork, buy something because this guy is on a small government salary. He can barely survive his monthly needs. So yeah, just help him out if you can. So yeah, the rest of it you can probably just look out. There are a lot of different artists and oh, there's a big music wall as well. So you guys who are in spatial a lot would probably know some of these personalities here, especially Stilo. Is Stilo here? Are you Stilo? Okay, if you're not here, let's talk about Stilo a little bit. Okay, so some of you who are just listening will probably not know what I'm talking about because only I'm moving. Okay, Stilo has been the trailblazer for all of us doing what I call it, events on spatial because he's been testing out for weeks, for months, of how to fine tune, of how to use the capabilities or the limitation of this platform. So yeah, he's a hero of all of us in spatial. So thank you, Stilo, even though you're not here. Oh, it's recorded. So yeah, everybody, thank Stilo. Thank you, Stilo. And okay, with that, I think I should pass the mic back to whoever's on the stage because I think I feel I'm hoarding this.
Well, it is your gallery crawl, so I'm glad that you're sharing with us. It's super beautiful. So I really appreciate you spending your time with us today, Chon. Your gallery is amazing. The meaning behind it, whether it was, intentional or not, is incredible. So I just wanted to highlight you today
Hey,
and
hey,
celebrate you
Cece,
because
Cece, don't.
you've worked so hard.
Sorry to cut in. Don't celebrate me, celebrate the artist. Okay, we have two. I see here Yasim or Tadis Yoda, Dear Moon. Dear Moon is, remember, we did one of the shows and she couldn't come in, but she's in spaces. So we're standing in front of her artwork again this time. Hi Yasim, welcome back. And Minas, remember we saw his collage, paper collage on level 3 just now. He's here as well. So hi, Minas. We talk about your work just now. So yeah, that's about it. Pass the mic back to you now, Cece.
Okay, great. Vivi, how are you doing? Did you have some questions or anything like that?
I'm not. Yeah, I was trying to talk earlier, but I guess yeah, I had to get back out and come back in. I'm not sure if anybody heard anything I said. So
We
um,
heard that you were having some load-in errors with your space, as far as I got from you.
yes, yes, and I haven't run into this issue, and I created like so far like I don't know 15 galleries or so. Um, and none of them had those issues where you couldn't get in, and just learning from what you guys were talking about, I guess there's regions in the world since I'm collaborating with people different parts. I didn't know that, so and I thought it was me loading too much files onto the space, but I'm pretty good at that with managing the amount that I'm putting in. So it's good to know that because I didn't know. I thought it was like just one of those mysterious bugs, trying to figure it out. But that kind of answers my question. And someone was talking about making videos too for people that are having issues with getting onto spatial. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of already doing that because I'm bringing kind of my style from Vivi over to spatial. So that's what I do anyways. Is put videos out. So I thought that was a great idea because usually when you do the videos, they look they pop just a little bit more than the actual you going into the space sometimes, if that makes any sense, with lack of better words.
Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch and doing a bunch of YouTube videos and TikTok and Instagram Reels, just trying to get exposure because it's such a niche audience right now that any kind of eyes, any kind of experience that you can bring to people so that they can at least, view it, kind of like dip their toe in the water and at least see what's kind of going on and stuff. So yeah, I've been doing that for a while and yeah, would definitely check it out.
Yeah, I pinned it to the top one of them. That's for Comic Con, and basically it's a big event with a VV and a Marvel partnership. So you know it's it's really crazy to see that. So I was like I have a lot of these comics or whatnot, and it looks very cool the way it's set up. Like you could use these as backdrops for any type of event almost. A lot of people are keen to what these IPs are. And say for instance like Dope Stilo, he's amazing at what he does, man. And he does hip hop. And the graphics from comics, they kind of relate to hip hop, when it comes to the 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 culture, when the bright colors and the style of things. So I was thinking like, man, there's so much you can do. And yes, there's limitations. There's limitations on a lot of different apps or whatnot. So you just have to like figure out a way to benefit from what's there until later on things can get better and easier.
Excellent point. I totally agree. Um, I am beginning to understand like the spatial limitations, and that's because they are running across like all types of devices. And so instead of being so demanding and saying, why can't you do this for me? I'm taking a step back and looking at it from a builder's perspective and saying, oh, okay, these are some challenges that we're having, and they're working so hard to try to bring a product that works for everybody and is inclusive. And I should probably work around that. So that has been my transition for sure.
No, it's super exciting though. I mean, to even be able to do any of this, right now from the palm of your hand, mostly, is absolutely mind blowing because I'm thinking of physically going to a certain place. And it takes a while, what I'm saying, to set things up. And you hope everybody's there, or going to make it there. And sometimes that doesn't happen, right? In this instance, it's almost like, if someone's late, there's really no late. They could just pop in real quick, you know? It's just so many things you can do. Like the advertisement, um, the point of view is crazy.
Truth. So if you just joining us, we were doing a gallery crawl in the amazing Off NFT NYC curated by Chon Lee. Over 200 artists are participating. She's opening up level 7. She's looking for some art from still life and photography. So if you know any artists, feel free to follow
Um,
and DM Chon Lee to see if we can get level 7 curated.
it's more like still life photography and paintings. So it's photography and paintings, but still life, because right now we have a lot of okay, most people submitted artwork that has, a female face or female body, or when it comes to photography, it's either a lot of beautiful landscapes or nudes of female form again. So I'm pretty sure that the other types of art photographers are still around, even though they're not doing in Web3. I mean, I did photography when I wasn't doing Web3 before, and also I'm sure there are artists like that that we haven't bumped into them yet. So I'm looking for them.
Yes, thank you so much, John. If anybody has any questions or would like to hop on stage and let us know of any metaverse events that are coming up for them or their community, please feel free to request up. We'd love to hear from you. All right. Chon, do you have time to show us a little bit more, or we can wind
Yeah,
down and close this space if everyone is
we
is
have
ready?
5, but we could save that for our next show, because if once I've done level 7, we have another 3 levels to go through. Okay, but right now what I want to talk about is something really interesting. It's called blockchain wedding. I just remember this because I remember seeing it when it first came in, and I was like, what was this certificate of blockchain marriage? So if you would come to where I'm standing in front of, there's this thing called non-fungible ring, and then there is blockchain marriage. So people are actually doing I would call a reenactment of their wedding day on blockchain. So I've seen pictures of one of them. I think it took place in the Central Land, where they invited all their friends and families, and they had they walked the bride walked down the aisle, and they did the whole thing like a church. So it's quite funny. I found it quite, especially in the Sutherland, the avatars look quite funny as well, big heads, small bodies. So the whole thing was quite comical, looking from the pictures. And so yeah, some people like doing this, and if you want, you could buy a ring and give it to your loved one in the blockchain. So I don't know why I'm doing the shilling for this guy, but I thought the whole premise is so funny. So it's just so Web3, so degen. So yeah, that's about it.
That is quite cheeky. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. That's a fun one.
I just shared a video recap. We were talking about Dope Stilo and just appreciate Dope Stilo and all he does for everyone and puts on these events and everything. And just that was a Mind Over Meta, and I know he's doing that again this Thursday. So shout out to Dope Stilo.
Oh, thank you, Bleace. That's so wonderful. Yeah, I don't know if he's posted the official tweet for that. Otherwise, I would put it up in the Jumbotron. But yes, this Thursday, we're going to be going to Mars, you guys. So you've got to come and join us. We've got artist presentations, lots of music, and of course, a performance by the one, the only Dope Stilo.
Hey guys, are we gonna jump into Vivi's gallery to have a look at the comic books and stuff?
I think that would be really fun. Vivi, do you want to post a link to the Jumbotron so we can check it out?
Yes, that's what I thought I did. I'm still a rookie at all this, so I just learned how to pin a tweet a couple days ago. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
always
it
creating
is.
stuff,
Yep.
so I don't have time usually. So I just took a step forward to actually start talking not even that long ago. So this is still all new to me. But yeah, let me find it.
if I'm not mistaken, the VV gallery is on the Explorer page as well. So we can probably just exit from off NFT NYC and jump to the Explorer page and look up for it there. Let's see. I think it's there, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's how new I am. I'm like learning about the Explorer tab too. I have two of them, but I just don't know how to be like, oh, here, just post it real quick. But I'll post it as well.
Yeah, for the benefit of people, not there
No
yet.
worries.
Okay. I'll see you guys in what we call again VV VV something gallery. I'm looking for it too.